Good Friday morning. Welcome to Weird and Woo Woo, where we're all a little weird, get a little woo woo. Yeah, it's in the name. We're gonna do a weekend ahead, and if to tell you that I had tried to, I've started it and stopped it twice, and I even went and got some Tylenol because I was like, the stress of this. There is some level of fucking resistance to whatever this message is. We're going to call it the fuck out. And I know that YouTube doesn't like you cussing. Whatever. I'm so sick and tired of the dumbass rules that all these damn platforms have. When, in all honesty, no child should be on these things anyways. There's a YouTube Kids. I don't know. Anyways, so I'm not holding back right now. Because there's just something, it was like the pressure was building to, like, trying to push through to get this message out. And it was coming, but it was like, I'd have to stop. Like, when there's a word at the tip of your tongue and you can't say it, and you know it, you can feel the energy of it, and you know it's right there, and it absolutely, the frustration builds up in you. That's the way that it was feeling. Like certain things, like I would hit kind of walls, but it didn't feel like it was spirit doing that. And I'm like, what is going on? Now, I don't read for people who are in that energy. This is what I tell, I set with spirit. I'm like, I'm no longer available to people who won't open their energy to get the message. I'm not fighting through anybody's mud. I won't be drudging through it. It literally is laborious to my body. It puts a strain on it, right? There's a lot of people that will seek out, but they have so much resistance in them and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. It's not healthy for me, right? So when I encounter this, I'm like, this isn't either you, this isn't necessarily, it feels like some external energy trying to interject. And I think that that's spirit's way of letting me know there's been something that's been interfering with something. Now, the two readings that I came up with were this. Well, I channeled some of it and I had a couple cards and I would stop, right? And so it's one of those things where I'm gonna break it. Like my forehead already feels less tense. Like calling that shit out and saying, no, absolutely not, something wants to, and picking up on it and going, oh. So there is an event that's gonna happen this weekend that forces the hand of something. Now, you may be thinking, I'm going to take the next so many months to plan and figure something out and da-da-da-da. Something happens this weekend that forces it to happen right away. Now, I feel like a lot of things happening at once. I feel like, and I've channeled this a couple times. We've had some readings. I feel like there's some level of, having to kind of like navigate through something, like a lot of things happening, like quickly, busy, something popping up, and it's almost as if it's like, there's something about you being able to push, like it doesn't phase you. I was getting like King of Wands energy, like the level of confidence and fire and energy and drive, motivation, the self-confident, like I already said that, but like I feel as if you are not moved as if like, oh, this is a horrible thing. You don't panic. I do think that it allows you to break free from a situation that has been unusually cruel, is the way that I want to word it, right? So maybe you thought something was going to take some time, and spirit is that little fucker. I caught him. Sorry, I just hit my elbow, my funny bone. I caught a gnat. That's the pleasures of having plants in this house. And I thought I smashed him in my hand, and I opened up, and he flew off. I was like, you little shit. Okay. So, and this is usually like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The other thing that I had was, I started it where I was sending love to everybody being impacted by all the massive storms in the southeast of the United States, sending love to all those who are dealing with horrific events around the world and having to be subjected to horrific torture, etc., things like that. I had talked a little bit about that Wanted to make sure that we, you know, it may not be mentioned in every reading, but like that's still a stance of this channel and anybody that I read for. So, pretty good indicator that if you feel like people deserve what's happening to them across the globe right now, then you're not a part of this collective. And you're certainly not anybody I want to read for. So, just putting that one out there. Anyways, I'm trying to move towards the new earth. Not the same old bullshit. Anyways, so there's an event that kind of like pushes things ahead. Right? Like, so, like if you're like, my goal is to move in 5 months. Well, we got all these storms. What if flooding happens and you're forced to move now? It forces the hand of an event. But I feel completely unfazed by it. It doesn't feel like this horrendous, negative, anxiety-inducing event. Again, like I said, they were giving me like a hot knife through butter. Like it happened so smoothly. Like somebody just kind of like steps up to the plate and is like, all right, let's go. Like there is no sense of dread as a result of this. It's just sooner than anticipated. And I feel like Spirit's tired of waiting for this. So Spirit's like, I'm going to make something happen where? Now, I did get the sense that there, as a result of that, because of the quick nature in which this turns around and so much happening, there's going to be things that they were giving me like risk of loss or danger of loss kind of thing, but like not a danger. It's things will fall away that you're like, oh, okay, I don't care. Like it doesn't even matter to you. Things that you might have tried to carry with you if you had had a long time to plan, and you know what, you're just like, whatever, I'm ready. Like you're so stepping up to the plate, whoever this is for. Okay, that it is not, it's not creating a sense of panic. That's all I can say. So, but what was on the other side of it, and let me show you the 2 cards that they had, and I put them back up for the last reading that I had. These 2 came out. I was like, what? Abundance is pouring into your life and blessings are showering your life. And after the rainbow only comes after a storm, but it's not the kind of storm that you think, right? Because in the beginning, both times I was talking about how it's gushing and pouring down rain, and we'll probably have flooding, but it feels so good. The energy of this weekend feels so good that I want to say that somebody is relieved and happy that something gets forced to happen. That there's not this drawn out period or this preparation period. Like, I don't know. Like I felt like, or maybe you just felt like it was going to take a while and something happens and you're like, you know what? Good, fine. Okay. So, but the fact that these 2 cards, because I had already said it, I was like, it's pouring down. And it dawned on me, Spirit pointed it out. And I was like, pouring and showering. And it's like, there's something about this weekend. And this weekend is hallmarked, at least in the United States, by some exceptionally severe weather. And we are praying and sending love that everyone is safe. But I will tell you, we had a lot of, at least in the United States, there was a lot of forewarning, kind of similar to the readings I've been doing. You've been given the information that this was coming. And so, I'm going to kill you. I don't like gnats. Anyways, you know, anybody who chose to stay behind, they did so willingly. I still hope everybody's safe and okay in all of this. When I tell you, even places in Tennessee, not even remotely close to the shores, but because of the peaks, the valleys, the areas, and the amount of rain, and it was like they expect like major flooding, dangerous conditions. And I gotta say, most people, even those in Florida, heeded the information. They were like, okay, noted. And so, you know, even though I'm using it as an analogy, I don't want to make light of the situation about what's facing people and what could result from that. But I do, you know, so I want to put that out there. I'm definitely putting the love out and asking Spirit to watch over everyone. But it is a bit, it's a coinky dink that this is happening. Because where I'm at, it's like, that's where the flooding and stuff is potential. And it's pretty widespread. I gotta say, there's a lot of individuals that are getting displaced, even if it's temporarily. Everywhere from Georgia, North Carolina, you know, Florida, Alabama coast. I feel like, was it Arkansas is coming through there, like up into Tennessee, even in the Appalachian Mountains. Like, it's because when the hurricane hits that Mason-Dixon line, right where the Appalachian Mountains start, there's another front coming from the north. So these two things are colliding. Like when I tell you, East Coast of the United States is whoo. And so they will use the things that are happening around me to help me get a message across. And I've been telling you, I know you are seeing things on a global scale. Everything is even happening all the way down to the micro level, on an individual basis as well. So let's dive in and find out exactly what's happening. But I'll tell you, I don't understand the energy of anything that's trying to make the message difficult to come out. And it feels like I want to go outside interference. And it didn't, like it couldn't, but it certainly wanted to muddle something for you. And I don't know if that's so that you are taken aback or taken by surprise or what. Okay, so we're pulling out Storm and Tarot. But I'm not, like I had to lay my foot down. I was like, this shit's gonna stop. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So let's get the message out to whoever needs it for the next 3 days. About what's occurring this weekend. Queen of Swords. Queen of Wands. Lord of mercy. I feel like I've been saying Queen of Swords a lot lately and it just came out. This is standing in your power. Kind of like what I just had to do, where I was like, I called BS on whatever was happening. Did some cleansing, clearing, called some people, and I was like, this absolutely is not going to happen. It is not tolerated. And then, taking control. So we got the Queen of Wands, whereas before I was getting the King of Wands, right? King of Wands has that determination, the follow through, the confidence, the motivation. Like, he's a powerful force. There's no stopping him. Woo! That is the one. While the King of Swords can be sharp and tactless, the King of Wands, that the power he has. So that's what I'm feeling with her. She is exceptionally powerful. She's standing in her power, and she's commanding. And she's being very commanding over, and this is something that came out both times I tried to start the reading. A Five of Wands came out. It's a lot happening at once, is what it is. It's a lot occurring, and she is on top of shit. The Sun. Woo! The fire energy. And the Ten of Cups. Okay. It's about to get real clear to you. And it's about to get real easy. I mean, in the sense of like the path is going to become, they don't want me to take that back. They're like, don't take it back though. But like, it really feels as if maneuvering through things, again, like a hot knife through butter. It feels smooth. It feels like just like very in command of and in clear. Like, it's clear. There's a lot of power behind what's happening. and a lot of joy to come afterwards. Okay, can we get specific then? Let's get real specific about this. Eight of Swords. Some limitations. Okay, so this definitely is self-imposed. There is uncertainty, apathy, kind of like hesitancy with both of these cards, right? Four of Cups is just waiting for something to come in. Four of Cups gives me the energy of waiting for something to come in to help you. You're dealing with things as is. You may have gotten to the point where you feel like shit's not going to change. You're trying to bide your time. You're trying to keep going through, and the proverbial cup comes from the sky, right? To break up that monotony, to break up the apathy, to dispel this energy, correct? Correct. This is the energy. They keep wanting me to say uncertainty because I know it can be self-imposed limitations, but it's the uncertainty. It's not quite yet anxiety, although that can be a part of this. This is a level of confusion that can keep you locked up. This is definitely not engaged with life. This is not being engaged with with what is happening, waiting for what is happening to be over with to get through something. And the Five of Cups is like a lot that has gone wrong, a lot that has felt, and that was the other thing in the very first one when I tried to start it. It came through as like, again, whatever you're coming out of or whatever you've been through feels like it's unnecessarily cruel. It felt like it didn't have to go that strong on you. Whatever you went through, you feel like it wasn't. It was more than you should have had to endure. So you are coming from that type of energy, and at this point, I feel like with the Four of Cups being between the two, you've dealt with both of these, and so now you're trying to bide your time and find a way out, and you think that it's going to take time. And Spirit's like, I'm about to collapse timelines. I'm going to force something to happen. We got the Emperor. When it forces the hand, it basically gives you the ability to take action. Like there's immediate action being taken. Oh, Emperor and the Empress. There's that fucking King of Wands. King of Wands. The funny thing is, we have two matches out here. We've got the Emperor and Empress, which are like divine counterparts, or two of the same, like two halves of the set whole. We got the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, which I told you I was picking up on like it wasn't even funny. And then we have the Knight of Swords, which is, he says no rules, no future, and victory. So I was trying to figure this one out as a V-I-C-T-O-R-Y. You can't even see it. It is like so tippy tiny. There's victory. Victory over nothing. the no rules makes me feel like nothing can hold you. Like there's nothing that, whatever was, like something had to go a certain way. This event that happens forces this things to occur now, that forces the hand, that forces an event. Like it's throwing the rules out. Like whatever parameters you believed surrounded this that made it where I just have to wait until something is coming in to disrupt all this, to disrupt everything. And it's going to lead to victory, because the Knight of Swords is about that irrevocable pivot. It is the 180 change. It is not being able to go back to how things were. Okay. King of Wands is no choice but to move forward. Even though technically you do have the choice, you can stay put and try your best to piecemeal things together. Spirit is doing something where even you feel like, I can't stay. I can't stay. There's no choice but to go down this path now. So whatever you felt like would take some time to do, or to happen, or to eventuate, or to let some kind of plan, Spirit is condensing the timelines, and it's like, he's like, now, absolutely now. I want to know about this energy, because this feels as if we've got the Two of Wands between these two energies. The Empress is the idea, the creation, the desire, the thing waiting to come alive in your life that you think is going to take a while to get to. And the Emperor is it happening, it being created, that being manifest. It is the action, it is the building of that now. And so there's something different, like it's the actuation of it, right? More than just thinking, oh, I would like for this to happen, or I would want this to happen, and let me figure it out and let me plan it. This is the execution of it. So the Two of Wands is saying you're moving from the Empress to the Emperor. But it's the two sides of the same coin, right? It's the two halves that make something whole. So something is going to be brought into fruition and manifest because you're being placed in a position where the time to act is now. The opportunity to act is now. And there's really no choice other than to do such. But it's not a bad thing. Like the forcing of the hand is like, I feel like this is being like, okay, I guess right now. This could also be because I can't ignore, I gotta be honest with you, I can't ignore the matches that we have going on here, right? Between the Empress and the Emperor and the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. And we've got, again, we've got the big yes card, the Sun card over here. This could be the event that leads, that helps two people cross paths, that helps initiate something. We've got the Four of Wands, which, guys, it is the card of, they call it the divine counterpart card. And of course, you have these two individuals here. At the most base, it is the coming together and the formation of, you know, the two halves of a whole, right? Even if this isn't about a person, it's like you with your destiny, or you with, you know, like something that's meant to come together. I swear to you, I want to. Why are they so fast, the gnats? I mean, you're just gonna see me doing this, because if he comes over here again, I'm gonna wring his neck. To make the foundation for the future. Just period, point blank. I gotta quit paying attention to that gnat. That gnat is trying to distract me. That's what that's doing. So tell me a little bit more about this. What specifically is happening this weekend? Let's pull in Archangel Oracle. What is happening this weekend? What is the event that forces the hand? So it's kind of like, if this is talking about another person, it's like, again, it is some event that causes two paths to cross. Time to rest, time to take a vacation. We've talked about that before. And there's the Sun and the Empress. There's some level of happy outcome. The Sun talks about having confidence in yourself and that something leads to success. Giving birth to your dreams. Tell me more about this. Page of Air. A change of plans. They're forcing the hand of something to this weekend, and shit, plans are about to change. But what is the Four of Air? The Four of Air can, again, it's the reprieve, the vacation, the taking a break. It is getting into something, a different energy, different environment. I'm not going to do this. Are you shitting me? Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. Both talking about a rewarding and happy family life. Both say that. Emotional material needs being met. And trustworthy connections. And the thing about the Two of Cups, the fact that the Two of Cups, I said the Two of Cups, guys. It's a Five of Cups, but we got the Two Cups here. But there's something in this, and you're not going to subvert this. You're going to answer the question. Because I had been saying some people were going to, even, let's put it this way, like there are people who, I said a lot of people displaced right now, and it's just temporary. If they're having to go somewhere else, there's something that they may encounter, people, places, things that they need to encounter as a result of this. I talked about people moving, and on the other side of moving is something. But what is the because the Four of Swords 100% has something to do with whatever event is occurring to force the hand of something. So we're not giving up on that, and we're going to address that. We're addressing that, Spirit. We're not skirting our way around and giving all kinds of other stuff. Let's get to the nitty-gritty of this. The World. This is doing what's right for you. This is taking care of business for you and moving in a way that reflects you. This is progression. The Eight of Pentacles is all about finally progressing. On the Seven of Pentacles is kind of like waiting for something to happen. This is taking advantage of this progression and making the most of it and moving forward. Turn those off. And then the World card is again, the path towards enlightenment, like joy, contentment, gratitude. It's things opening up to you. But again, we're not like, there's more to the Four of Swords than just, let's take a vacation. Let's take a break. Let's take a reprieve. Right? And here. Let's ignore the 4. We're just going to pretend like it doesn't even exist then, since you don't want to talk about it, Spirit. Give me the Page of Air. This is how my readings go. Exhaustion. Okay, so whatever events happen, because things are going to be very busy. They said this before. They've been giving you preparation, and whatever is happening this weekend. Things are going to pop off, right? They told you this time is coming. We've had stuff where it was like, it's going to get real busy, kind of a little bit chaotic. And then on the other, like, and it was a lot of good shit. On the other side of it, take some time to recalibrate, regroup, get yourself together. Because, you know, it's like, after a lot of stuff happening, you kind of need to kind of like get back to neutral. And then take off with certain things and do things. That's really what they're talking about, because you're going to be, it is going to be a bit of an exhaustive energy. And over here, look, a new chapter. That was like getting to this new chapter, the beginning of it is going to be very exhausting. But the other side is going to bring a lot of harmony. I literally talked about this. Danger of loss and upheaval. So there's just going to be some things that you will be leaving behind as a result. Things are going to happen quickly. That's the upheaval energy. Again, I'm not getting anything negative, but I am getting a lot happening. It's a lot of energy, a lot to take care of, a lot of something. Success and change. This change is going to bring an immense amount of success. So just think of this, like, because there is like I feel like the danger of loss is, again, it doesn't feel like, well, first off, don't lose out on this opportunity, right? But 2, it's an upheaval. It kind of feels like, again, it brings me to like losing out on some stuff. But I don't feel like you care. It's like stuff you may have tried to take with you. Again, if you had time to plan and do all that kind of stuff. But this is like, and we got change and travel. I told you there may be a quickness, and this is timely, right? Because there's a lot of people enduring some stuff that's happening because of the not to capitalize off of it, but it really just is. And I've been reading this for several weeks now. There may be lots of changes because of these weather patterns and these things that are happening, and that can cause a lot of upheaval. Yes, you will, but I don't, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't feel like it's really going to matter. It doesn't feel like, I feel as if there's been enough preparation that you're like, okay, I got this. And you're willing to leave behind anything that is lost. Because what you gain is immense. You'll have so much coming in. And you're going to have a lot of success as a result of this. Respite, enlightenment, danger. Be sure to rest after this. Don't be jumping into things. Like, let yourself kind of recalibrate. Like, that is a big message. I just heard know yourself. Is there something, because it's funny, because I feel like the danger is in not taking some time. After this change. And the Page of Swords is at its base a change of plans. Information coming in. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that they want to say about this. And if you were thinking, oh, something's going to happen for me these other weeks, and it's like maybe you were meant to do something, and it's like you keep looking at something like, oh, it'll be for, like, Spirit's like, how would I help you out? I'll make this happen a lot quicker. It's that tower moment we saw the other day, but it's like a good tower moment. A couple from Sunlight Tarot, and then we'll wrap this bad boy up. What do you want to say about the forcing of the hand situation? Because let's not forget, this is the result of this. And like, if they don't force the hand, it's just like prolonged torture for you. King of Wands again. Because when you're put into this position, you show up, show out, and you get shit done. You'll view this as, well, I don't have a choice now. Might as well. When in actuality you do, because there's a lot of people, even when something, when the opportunity arises where they're like, oh, the circumstances are right for me to do or action something, they'll batten down the hatches and like try to regroup and try to like fight the change, right? Instead of taking it as if it's leverage. And so, but you are just fearless. There's something about the forcing of the hand where that it gives you the knowing that, yep, spirit, that spirit, they're definitely here. They're showing up. Like, it gives you a sense of confidence. It gives you some confidence in something. Seven of Cups and the Two of Cups, where you may have not have known how to do something or the way to go about something. The Two of Cups is that which is in alignment with you. You may have known something was in alignment with you, but how to action and go after that and to make moves. That's why Spirit was like, we're going to get you out of this planning phase, this trying to figure it out phase. Seven of Pentacles. Ooh, yep. This waiting, this pause, this waiting for something to happen. They're collapsing timelines. We got the Tower with the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is waiting for something to occur. And Spirit goes, you want something to come in and force the hand. You want, it's almost like having, like you've been waiting for Spirit to do something to make it easier for you. And Spirit says, bet. It's coming. It's happening. And there's the Sun again. You can't get any better than that. And the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. I would say we got three kings here. We have the King of Wands, King of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. I want to say you feel emotionally at peace, which allows you to move forward as well. You feel emotionally at peace with something. You feel determination. You feel confident about it. And you all of the kings are they don't do something unless they know absolutely. That's when they're talking about confidence. It's like, oh yeah, this is now's the time. Yeah, now's the opportunity. Take advantage of this. Big fat yes card, big fat clarity, victory. And you know, the King of Cups really is the energy of nobody knows his moves until he does them, right? He kind of keeps his cards close to him. But his emotions do not rule while they are taken into consideration, and they don't overcome him. They don't dictate. He is in, I really want to liken the King of Cups to a temperance energy. He's very emotionally level-headed, like emotionally stable about something. And it gives the clarity needed to actually make action things within your life, like to take the necessary steps. This is it positions you for victory. This is Six of Wands. I feel as if this is who you become when there's no other choice but to step up to the plate. You do. And the funny thing is, it doesn't even, I don't feel like it requires anything of you that you don't already possess, right? Because the kings come after the queens. And the queens is the embodiment of that energy. And the kings is the execution of that energy that you have within, in your external realm, right? Within your reality. It is using that capacity and putting it to good use, right? You're not going to feel like you're having to have your shit together, or you're having to step up, like I'm being forced. You're not going to feel like it's going to come so natural to you when this event happens to just, you step into action. You step into this energy. Anything else? Three of Wands, Ten of Cups, and the Empress. Like this, oof, the 2 threes, shit's coming in, abundance happening, your new beginning will a broken egg is, it's begun. So, yeah, we're going to stop there. Obviously, this just is, like, it just is. I feel no hesitation on saying you're good. And you may not even recognize in the midst of what you're doing how much courage, how much it required of you, because it just feels like, of course, this is what I'm going to do. Like, duh. This is the, like, okay. Like, you just step into it so naturally. And it's that respite afterwards that gives you a bit of an enlightenment about what you have just managed to do that you thought would take you this much long, and this much planning, and this much forethought, and this much this. And it's like, and couldn't see how it happened, and a way to bridge the gap, and all that kind of stuff. And Spirit's like, let me help you. You've been wanting that, and Spirit's doing that. And you're going to have immense success as a result. So definitely expect the forcing of a hand in a situation. Meaning the collapsing of a timeline. Like, it's here. It's now. So I hope this finds whoever it's meant for. I hope I wish you a safe and joyous weekend, and I will see you guys again next week.